You know what? I will never again buy a one-size-fits-all solution, nor will I ever again try to copy a so-called guru or expert with their system or their process kind of word for word exactly how they lay it out. Because I have convinced myself now that it actually does not work. And I think the reason that I even started doing that was I was listening to, and I can still hear it ringing in my ears, the Tony Robbins saying or quote that success leaves clues. And you know what? I think Tony is absolutely right in that. And I was wrong in the way that I interpreted it. I thought that what he was saying was if you find somebody that's doing what you want to do and is having the results that you want, then all you have to do is copy them step by step, kind of word for word, verbatim, and do what they do, and you're going to have that same success. And I tried it a few different times, and I never, ever had any success. And that's when I came to the realization that I'm at now. And you know when this really hit home for me? It actually hit home for me on the golf driving range. So I remember I was trying to figure out how to better compress the ball. You know, when you compress the ball, you get that smooth, easy swing. The ball just flies off the club. It feels like butter, right? That's such a great feeling for golfers. And I know you know this if you played any golf at all. I was trying to get that. I was trying to figure out how does that happen. I did a lot of research. I saw a lot of different YouTube videos, a lot of different golf guys. And I found one that really started to make sense to me. I was understanding what he was saying and how he was saying to go about doing it. So I'm watching the video, watched it all the way through, figured out exactly what he was doing. I says, okay, this is what I'm going to do. So I get my clubs, pack them in the car, head on over to the driving range, get my bucket of balls, start to hit balls, trying to do exactly what he was doing. I even had my phone with me so I could go back to the YouTube channel and view it and see where I might have been off. Well, that was one of the most frustrating driving range rounds that I have ever had because I just couldn't do it. And I'm thinking to myself, what is going on? Why is this not working? What he's saying makes total sense. He's obviously had success. I've seen what he's been able to do, how he plays golf, how he's able to score. Why can't I do it? And I said, you know what? First of all, my body isn't exactly like his body. I don't have the time that he has to practice and work on these things. He's probably been doing this for 20 years. I'm just trying to figure this out today, and it's not working. So I said, so what is it that he's doing that I can take that actually makes some sense for my swing? So I figured out a couple of things that actually worked for my swing. I'm not going to go into them now because they probably won't work for you or for your swing, but I took some understandings. And one of them was that you've got to come down on the ball and you've got to hit through it and out. And so I just took those two swing thoughts. I said, down on the ball, hit through it and out. The last 3 or 4 balls that I hit on the range that day actually made some sense and actually went where I wanted them to go. Later that week, I was playing in a charity tournament. It was a scramble with 3 other of my buddies. And I was so happy because I was hitting it well and was able to contribute to our overall team in the scramble. So it was awesome. But that was the lesson that I learned. And so I started to think about how does this apply to me and my business? Great. Now I'm getting a better understanding of what Tony Robbins was talking about when he says success leaves clues. It leaves clues as to how you should apply the success for yourself. That's what I figured out for me. It's like it's leaving clues for me as to how I should apply what this person, this expert is doing to get my own results. So as it stands today, I no longer try to emulate someone's swing. I no longer look at a YouTube golf video, because I still look at them a lot. No longer look at it to figure out how I can copy that person exactly, but I start to uncover what are they saying and what can I take and what can I use. And the same is true for my business. When I've got something that I want to do, right? How do I take and apply some of what they're doing to what I'm trying to do to get the success ultimately that they're trying to get? So as I said, I no longer will ever buy a one-size-fits-all solution, because they do not work and they do not exist, in my opinion, nor will I ever try to copy someone else's success exactly word for word, verbatim, or step by step.